Well, hello there, fellers and fellettes. If you haven't come across my channel before, my name is Rick Wilson. This is OAM Garage. Welcome. If you feel like you like this channel, make sure you like and subscribe. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you for being here, though. I love every one of you. You know that. If you've been here before, you already know that. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to sit down and talk a little bit about that brake system I've got. Alright, let's get started. You like my coffee table? I hope so. Alright then, I've got this light on there so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, did y'all, yeah, I hate this chair. I used to have a good chair. Do y'all remember what happened to it? Is there anyone out there? Well, I broke the chair. Anyway, did y'all enjoy that last show? I enjoyed bringing that to you, and old P. Roy, he was something else, wasn't he?
Hey, y'all, they just hurt my feelings.
Anyway, I think we're gonna have a different guest this week. Maybe Carl will show up. I'm not sure. He might. Anyway, there's a story about this, and I completely forgot about it. And so when I first got this truck, the kingpins had wore out on it. In other words, what you could do is you could take this and move this up and down like this, because there's a kingpin in there that's made of I don't know, I think it's made out of some kind of, I forgot what they used to call it, but it's not exactly brass, it's not exactly this, that, and other. Anyway, it's a hard brass is what it is. And over the years, it's a bushing that holds, you know what I'm talking about, because I don't. I never know what I'm talking about. So if you read the first thing on, you'll understand. I'm learning and like you are. Anyway, hey, quit. So anyway, both kingpins were wore out. And what happens when you do that, you get wobbly on your steering. You also wear your tires out and all this kind of stuff. So I had to get another one. And I remember I live out here, well, at the time I didn't live out in the woods, but I lived on 4th Avenue. I lived on 4th Avenue at that time. But I knew I had to fix this, and because I was wearing my tires out. And so I remember riding around, y'all remember Zany Murphy? Yeah, me too, man. He had a 49. And I lived about 3 houses down from him, and I bought this 52. This is when I was in college. And he had told me about this guy that lived out in Jones, Alabama, that, I got coffee all over my mustache. Anyway, I need more. Anyway, he said there was this old truck, and it was sitting out in the middle of this field, and there was this black guy, older gentleman. He was probably in his 80s, I don't know. Do y'all hear that airplane? I don't know what, I guess my house is in line with every Air Force base, go away! I'm sorry. It's early in the morning, and I've had way too much coffee. Which reminds me. Anyway, where was I? Oh, anyway, he told me that he said that that there was a truck sitting out in the middle field. It was just a frame with the box on the back, but it looked like an old Chevrolet. I ought to stop in and ask the man about it, and because it had a front end on it. It looked like a Chevrolet. So I did that. I drove all the way out to Jones, which was way out in the country, about 8 miles from my house. No, I was maybe a little further than that, but not much. But for a young kid, that was a long way to go in your own little personal car. So anyway, I drove out there, and sure enough, I saw it. Okay, so I asked the guy about it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, "Yeah, it's from a Chevrolet." He wasn't sure of the year, but he'd be happy to sell it to me. I said, "Okay." So anyway, he said, "If you'll come back the next day, I think it was," he said, "I'll have it off of there, and you can buy it." So I said, "Okay." Well, to make a long story short. Yeah, I need to change coffee brands or something. I don't know. To make a long story shorter, I got there and he says, "Okay, it'll be a certain amount of money." And I said, "Well, it had all the brake system, it had all this stuff on." I said, "Well, actually, I didn't need any of that. All I needed was just the drop axle." No, he wasn't going to sell it like that. And I said, "Okay, well, I'll take it. How much is it?" And it was more than I thought it was going to be, but it was still within line, so I bought it. Now, all of this to say, this ain't no 52 drop axle. Come to find out, it's a 1945 drop axle. And so I came this close to ordering a kit for a 1952. And then when you and I took this hub off the other day, well, there it is. I see it. Everything looks great until I start looking on eBay at a 1952. And guess what? This don't look nothing like no 1952. So I'm certainly glad that I did not buy the 1952 kit. This is a 1945 kit. So everything works fine. Of course, I didn't know that at the time that I put it on here, because the brakes and everything seemed to be fine. I did have to hone this out, but it all was great. But anyway, I had forgot about all that I had changed the front end out from under it. So this is 1945 front end, but it still works good and all that kind of stuff. So I did order these parts, and hopefully they will come in within the next week or two. So that's where I am. I did not want to take this apart because yet that spring right there, that one spring, I looked that up, and that was $16 just for that one little spring right there. And so you don't want to know how much the rest of this is. And I had to get two. And I'm not so sure that I'm going to change these out because they look really good. I mean, they look good. But I need to work on the cleaning my fingers now because there's grease all over. But you know what? What we're going to try to work on today is I have not taken the other side off, and I need to do that. But on top of that, I need to take the back hub off because I need to know what I need to know what year it is, because I do know that the person that I bought the truck from, not necessarily him or the guy before him or the guy before him, somebody has changed this out, because it used to have 3 on the column and now it's got 4 on the floor with a granny gear, which is all great. However, I don't know if they changed the rear end out. It looks like the stock rear end. However, they changed all the suspension and everything to do with the rear end. So I'm wondering if they had to change all that because they changed the rear end. So we're going to try to spend some time on taking that hub off in the back, because I did not order that those brakes, because I don't know what year it is. And also, if you'll take a look at my motor, we have already discussed that it is from a 1962 Bel Air Chevrolet. So we know that that's different too. So I'm starting to believe about the only thing that's the 52 about this truck would be what I have my hand on right now. And that's not necessarily true either, because, well, it's the other side. I know the other side fender came off of a 19 GMC. So let's see if we can't get the hub off the back. You want to? I do. So let's do that. Also, I worked on my seat some more. I got the truck cleaned out. Of course, that's what I'm working on all the parts. Anyway, however, I put more padding in the seats, and now I guess my stomach's too big. I can't hardly get in there. But I've lost a lot of weight, so hopefully I'm hoping that it will work itself out, but I kind of doubt it. Like it? Good. Alright, so what I had said before, our task is to get this off. And you can't see it, can you? Alright. And I'm just not so sure I could do that, but I'm going to try. I got a bigger hammer now, and so what I've been seeing is people doing this with a bigger hammer. So that's what I want to try first, and taking some of this, shooting it in. And I have done this already many days, and it has not seemed to do a whole lot of help. Hello. Guess what? Ta-da! Thank goodness. Okay. Now I know what kind of brakes I have. I have 1952 brakes. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Thank goodness. Dang, that's great. Yep. All right, let me get this cleaned up a little bit. I'm excited. I'm excited about this, man. I've been working on this one for days. Anyway, I'll get back with you in a second. Alright, fellers and fellettes, while y'all are watching me do this, I am going to play you some music. Is that alright? I hope so. Because I just wrote this song a couple of days ago, and I'm going to let y'all hear it. Alright? Alright then.
If any man be in Christ, there's a change where old becomes new, for by His grace you are saved. It's a gift from God, is extended to you. Hide His words in your heart. Guide me, Lord, to a brand new start. Break these chains that are binding me, make me whole, and set me free. Grant me your grace. Within I stand, take me, Jesus, take my hand. Not by your works will you be saved. You'll never earn His amazing grace, for it's by faith in Christ alone. Let Him take your hand and let Him lead you home. Hide His words in your heart. Guide me, Lord, to a brand new start. Break these chains that are binding me, make me whole, and set me free. Grant me your grace. Within I stand, take me, Jesus, take my hand. And guide your words in my heart. Grant me, Lord, a brand new start. You are the way, you are the truth. Guide me so I'll never part from you. Break these chains that are binding me, make me whole and set me free. Grant me your grace wherein I stand. Take me, Jesus, take my hand. Hide His word in your heart. Guide me, Lord, to a brand new start. Break these chains that are binding me, make me whole and set me free. Grant me your grace wherein I stand. Take me, Jesus, take my hand.
Well, I have something sitting in front of me that I didn't think I was going to get off. And I'll tell you what, I looked all over YouTube, and there just wasn't a clear way of seeing how to get this off. And by the way, if you're looking at my hat, and I feel like some of y'all are, this is my winter hat. Yes, it's starting to get a little cooler. It feels good today, though, don't it? Look at that sun up there. It's in the evening now. I started off on that kind of in the morning, but hey, that's all right. Ain't no problem. We got this, don't we? Anyway, the only one that I saw about how to get this thing off was to get you a big old hammer and just slap it around, making sure that you don't hit the studs. And so, guess what? It worked. I mean, I put some good whammies on there, but I didn't get close to the studs because you don't want to mess them up. But I'm real impressed. This is not going to need to be honed out. What do you call it? You know what I mean. I'm old and can't remember what it's called. Turned. They're going to not have to be turned, so they're in good shape. I'm telling you what, man, my brakes look like they're in great shape. But I know what I got to do, because brake fluid turns to a powder when it's really bad. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to go ahead and order the kits for both sides. I've already got the kits coming from this one, but get the kits coming for that. And if I don't need to use it, I won't. Whatever it is that I don't need to use. I know I should probably replace them all, but I'm cheap. But anyway, I feel better about it now. I know that I still need to run some brake lines. However, those brake lines look pretty good, but I'm going to use those as, just a pattern by the ones that I'm going to make. They're not that expensive anyway, so I'm going to make me some. And the rubber ones are going to be coming in with the kits, so looks like I'm sot. I also was, this truck never had emergency brakes. Never had that. So I'm going to put emergency brakes back on. They make kits for that as well, so I'm going to do that as well. They're kind of expensive, but it's worth it to have emergency brakes, don't you think? I do. Hey, what'd you think of my new song? I liked it. I started thinking about what it is to become a Christian, how you do it, and how easy and simple he's made it. And I was looking at Ephesians 2:15, and it says here, he did this by ending the system of law with its commandments and regulations. Now, that's good news. That means that we don't have to earn it. That means that we don't have to do something repetitiously or religiously or over and over again, because you're never going to be good enough, right? Right? I mean, then he said, then down here in 18, it says, now all of us can come to the Father through the same Holy Spirit because of what Christ has done for us. Hey, look, that's good news, man, because God's just ready to take you just like you are. He took me just like I was, and I appreciate it. Hey, look here, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hang around. I think we got a visitor right back there. I think, hey, P. Roy, you in there?
Yeah, I am. Come on in.
Well, P. Roy's in there, and he wants me to come in there, but he's got Carl in there with him, I think. So we'll go see about them. But look, before you go, do me a favor. Don't litter. Why? It just ain't pretty. Alright? Don't litter. It ain't pretty. And I don't know why I keep seeing all this litter all over the road, up and down the yard, everywhere. It's horrible looking, I think. Ain't no sense in it. Right? Alright. Well, look in. I love y'all. I love y'all. Like Mama always said, y'all be sweet. And I will see you next Thursday. Alright? Alright then. Y'all be sweet. Hey Carl, you up in there?
Hey, look here, you come on up in here.
Hey Carl, how you doing, man? Hang on a second. Did I say hey Carl? Or did I say hey P-Roy? Hey Carl, how you doing, buddy?
All right, Mr. Creek.
doing all right? I'm doing just fine, Carl. Look here, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. It looks like y'all want to visit for a little while, so I'm gonna just leave y'all alone, all right? Well, we just talking about how you shouldn't have told them fellas up there at the nervous hospital about me being in there. I wasn't supposed to be in there. All right, well, look here, I'll talk to you later. All right, we'll see you later then. All right, well, me and Mr. Carl, we're going to visit a while and do some talking, all right? Mr. Carl? All right, then. I reckon. Hey, Mr. Carl. How come you played along with Mr. Rick about keeping me up there in the nervous hospital? Little trick on you, P-Roy. It wasn't supposed to be a funny queer, funny ha-ha. Yeah, well, it wasn't real funny ha-ha to me. I wanted to go home. They wouldn't let me go home because they said I was supposed to be up in there. And finally, Mr. Rick come up there and they checked the records and all and found out I wasn't supposed to be up in there. But I want to come up there and visit you and all, but I don't want to stay up there. Yeah, I reckon not. Well, look here. I appreciate you letting me come up here. And spend the night with you and all. Well, that's all right. I'm glad you're gonna do it. But Mr. Rick, he gonna take you back up there in the morning. What you want to eat tonight? You know how to make them cat head biscuit? And mustard? That's what I think eats good. Yeah, I can make some of them. So, anyway, I'm so glad you're over here visiting with me and Mr. Rick. And I hope you come back real soon there, Carl. Yeah. Look here. I reckon I'll get up and fix you some biscuits, all right? All right, then. Hey, look here, Carl. Hey, Carl, I'm gonna run up there to the big house and talk to Miss Janet, and I'm gonna get some biscuit mix for you, all right? All right, Jim. I'll just sit here at this picnic table and wait on you. All right, Jim. Hey, look, Carl, thanks for that picture you brought, okay? I think I'm gonna really like it. All right, dear.